How are you all? Hope you are doing well with your studies and you have already received your date sheet and your syllabus. So you have started preparing for your first PT1, that is first unit test of 20 marks that are coming up your way from 25th of May. And we will be starting with the revision schedule from 18th of May. So we will be discussing all your problems, your doubts, and I will be taking some worksheets so that you don't have any problem in attempting your unit test. So today we are here to start one new poem from your book Honeysuckle. But before I start, I just want some of the answers for my questions as usual. So my first question is, we have already done nouns, so let's relate it to grammar today. So can you tell me some of the abstract nouns? We have done it. 5 types of noun we have done. Collective noun, material noun, abstract noun, common noun, proper noun. So just tell me 3 to 4 examples of abstract noun. It's a test for you today. Don't worry, I'm not going to take the whole video as a test, but it's only one question that I want to ask. So yes, it's honesty, we can say bravery, love, the things that you can't touch. You can only feel, you can't see. You can't use your 5 common sense, but you can only feel. So it is what? It is an abstract noun like honesty, bravery, love, kindness, if we talk about beauty. So all these are your abstract nouns. Yes. Okay, my next question is, what is beauty then? Can you tell me? Have you ever thought of the definition of beauty? We can't define beauty. Whatever we see in this world, so many things are there, like trees are there, we talk about nature. In nature itself we find so many things. Trees are there, sun is there, moon, twinkling stars at night. Then some may find beauty in rain. When you have a rainy or a monsoon season, you love to dance in rain like a peacock. So that is also a thing of beauty. So there are so many beautiful things. World is very, very beautiful. God has created so many beautiful things, including you. You are also so beautiful. For every person, we can say that he has a beauty. If not external, then it can be your inner beauty, your thoughts. If they are very good, noble, your ideas. So all this is what? It is beauty. Then we can hear beauty also. Have you heard some beautiful things? Just let me give you one example. Supposingly, if there is a rainy season outside and the weather is all covered, the sky is all covered with clouds and gentle breeze is blowing, and then suddenly a wind is there and it just makes a whistling sound amongst the trees when it is strong wind blowing. Have you heard the whistling sound of wind? So this means some may find beauty in that also, and it is the magic of our poets that they can find beauty in anything and they can describe it in detail. So for one person beauty can be in one thing, for another person the beauty can be in another thing. It's only your way of perceiving the things, your way of looking at the things or the person. The same person may not be beautiful for me as for you, it can be beautiful. So similarly, we have so many beautiful things around us, but it only depends upon our vision, upon our sight. So today we are going to read one very beautiful poem, and the name of the poem is Beauty. So let us see what is beauty according to the poet so that we can reach our conclusion. What is the definition of beauty and where you can find this beauty? So it's a very, very nice poem, very beautiful poem written by poet E.J. Shaw. So what is beauty? The poet starts with the question itself. What is beauty? He wants to know the answer from you. Try to describe what beauty is, or list some of the things or persons you think are beautiful. So you want to know some of the things or the person that you feel are beautiful. This I'll ask you after we finish reading this poem. So let this question be on hold. Now let us read a poem on beauty. So I just want you to open your books on page number 54. I'll first read out the poem and give you then the word meanings of this poem, which you need to copy down in your reader notebooks. So let's first go through the poem and please pay attention on the pronunciation of the words. This will enhance your listening skill and ultimately your speaking skills. So this means we have 4 skills in English which are all interdependent upon one another: listening, speaking, reading, and last we have the writing skills. If all the 3 first skills are developed, then only you can develop your last, that is writing skills. So let us read the poem. Beauty is seen in the sunlight, the trees, the birds, corn growing and people working or dancing on the harvest for their harvest. Beauty is heard in the night, wind sighing, rain falling, or a singer chanting anything in earnest. Beauty is in yourself, good deeds, happy thoughts that repeat themselves in your dreams, in your work, and even in your rest. So this is a poem about beauty, what poet thinks beauty is, and according to him we can find beauty in all these things. Just see, in a very few lines he has discovered so many things which he finds beautiful. Just see the art of the poet. So let us see where does he find beauty. So according to poet, if you see the first paragraph, beauty is seen. So this means beauty can be seen also, beauty can be heard also according to the poet in the second paragraph, and then beauty can be felt also, as according to the poet we have the third paragraph. So all these forms of beauty, let us read it now line wise, and I will give you the inner meaning of the poem. Beauty is seen in the sunlight. It is a very simple poem. There is nothing much to explain, but let us take it. Beauty is seen in the sunlight. We all see the sun in the morning. Yes. So just see the rising of the sun. If you wake up early in the morning, maybe at 6:30 nowadays, or you can say 6 o'clock, you will find the sun rising, and that is in orange color, and that is very, very beautiful if you see. So tomorrow just get up early. Those who don't get up early in the morning, just wake up at 5:30 to 6 and try to see the early lightning of the sun. It is really very beautiful, and it is really very soothing also. And you will yourself see the beauty in the sun. So in the sun you see the beauty. The trees, there are so many types of trees that nature has given us. Apart from the uses of the tree, every part we know it's useful. Some of the roots are edible, some of the fruits, flowers. So all these parts of the trees we can use for our purposes. But then the trees, if we see, there can be rosewood tree, there are sandalwood tree, then there are mango fruit trees, apple tree, cherry tree, so many varieties of trees you see, and they are really, really beautiful. The leaves, they have different shapes, different sizes, different patterns. So all these are very, very beautiful. Even there is variation in colors in the leaves of the trees, and even the fruits you can see they are in various colors. So all these are very, very beautiful. Then the birds, obviously. Peacock, if we talk about a national bird, it is really very beautiful, isn't it? The different colorful feathers of the peacock, and especially the peacock when it opens its feathers and it dances in the rain, it just is very beautiful. Corn growing and people working. Then the poet talks of the fields, our farmers. He says when he sees the corn क्या होती है? Maki, maize. So it's in that he sees the beauty. When the crop, have you seen the corn growing? It is in the form of a stick, and when it opens its petals, the green colored petals, and the corn come out, it is very, very soft, and it's just very beautiful. So he sees beauty in the growing of the corn in the fields, and the people, the farmers, those who are working in the fields, they are sowing the field, and they are sowing the seed in it, plowing the field, then sowing the seed, then watering it, and then the small petals or the roots that come out, and the branches and the leaves and the flowers, and ultimately the fruits. The whole process he sees, he finds beauty in it. Or dancing for their harvest, and when the crop is ready for the harvest, that is for the cutting, when it ripens and the fruit is ultimately ready to be just taken from the field, So he finds beauty in that harvest season. Also when the farmers, they are reaping the crops, when they are cutting the crops. So all these things he finds very beautiful. So beauty is heard. It can be heard also. So what are the things in which you can hear the beauty? Just see, in the night beauty is heard. Wind sighing. Supposedly it is a night time and the strong wind is blowing and it is sighing. What is sighing? Usually we use this word for persons who cries loudly in pain. Sighing, आही भरना जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं. So it is here what? Sound making, when wind is making a sound. So sighing is making a sound of wind, we can say. Sound of a wind when it blows. Strong wind blowing in the night, in the rainy season, and making a whistling sound when it passes through the trees. So you can hear that beauty. Rain falling. Have you ever noticed that when raindrops fall, tuck, 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 they make such a beautiful sound, and some of the people, they find beauty in that sound of the rain falling, of the drops of rain. Or a singer chanting. Now what is chanting? It is singing. So for some of the people, the beauty can be in the singing or chanting of the songs by the singers. We all love melodious songs. We keep on hearing them again and again as it soothes our ears, gives peace to our mind when we are so tired, exhausted, and we want some relaxation, so we just go by the music. So we find beauty in those songs that are being sung or chanted by the singers. Anything in earnest. So we find beauty in whatever is very sweet. Beauty is in yourself. So next he talks that beauty can be felt, that it is inside you also. Every person has some sort of beauty inside him. What sort of beauty? Let us see. Beauty is in yourself. Good deeds. What are good deeds? Your works, your daily routine work that you do, of your kindness, of your helpfulness, giving a helping hand, especially to your mother, like in this crisis time of COVID-19 when she is so busy at home, and if your mother is a working woman along with a housewife, then she has a double burden on her, and if you give her a helping hand, this is your kindness, this is your good deed, this is your good work. So all these things the poet finds it very beautiful. Work is your deed. So happy thoughts, whatever ideas are there in your mind, if you think good of others, if you think of helping the others, if you think of praying to God, all these nice thoughts and ideas that keep coming into your mind, so all these are very beautiful. That repeat themselves, and these type of thoughts, they keep coming into your mind and also in your dreams when you sleep at night. Obviously we are dreaming at night, whatever we think in the daytime, whatever thoughts come to our mind in the dream are just a repetition of whatever we are doing in the whole day. So they just keep on repeating in our dreams. In your work, then poet finds beauty in your way of work. In your work means the way you do your work, how you walk, how you speak, how you write. So all these things in your way of doing your work, the poet finds beauty. And even in your rest, and he finds beauty in the way you take rest, the way you sit down, the way you sleep, the way you lie down. So all these things he finds beauty in. So the beauty is inside you, it is within you. So we can see beauty, we can hear beauty, and we can feel beauty. It is just our way of seeing the beauty. It is just our way or the perception of looking at various things that nature has given us. So this was a wonderful and beautiful poem by E.A. Shore, and I hope you have understood the words that are there, the lines that convey the deeper meaning, and now of course you have got your answer to what beauty is and you will be able to name some of the persons and things that are beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so this is what about today's poem. So we'll be taking the worksheet. I'll be sending you that you have to do in the form of reference to context. But then there are some questions given in your book, question number especially 3 and 4. If you see on page number 55, see, find pictures of beautiful things you have seen or heard of. So I want you to just find out some of the pictures which you find are beautiful, in which you can show that beauty can be seen, as in sunlight we have seen, in the rain if you hear, in the blowing of the wind. So all these type of pictures I want you to just cut and paste it in your reader notebook. This is your homework for today. That is question number 3 from the book. So this you will cut and paste the pictures in your reader notebook. Whatever questions I give you from your reader book, obviously they are to be done in your reader notebooks. Okay, then you have question number 4 also. Write a paragraph about beauty. Use your own ideas along with the ideas in the poem. You may discuss your ideas with your partner. Since you don't have your partner right now, you can take the help of your elders if you want, your brother or sister or even your parents. But then you have to write one paragraph according to you what beauty is and where you can find the beauty. So this is a small paragraph, that is question number 4 on beauty, that I want you to write in the reader notebook on beauty. I hope you will be able to do these 2 questions. So then just see one thing. Read the first and the second stanza of the poem again. Note the following phrases: corn growing, people working or dancing, wind sighing, rain falling, singer chanting. These could be written as poet has used the phrases, but he could have used a full sentence also, just as corn that is growing, people who are working or people who are dancing. So there is a special technique to write a poem that the poets use. So that is why they have used in the short form. Can you rewrite the other phrases like this? Why do you think the poet uses the shorter phrases? So I just want you to pick up these type of phrases from the poem and also write it down in your reader notebook. As 2 examples they have given you: corn growing, wind sighing, people working, people dancing. So similarly you will find some more phrases of this type from the poem and just copy it down in your reader notebook, and then we will discuss up in the next video. So again, question number 2 is your homework. It is very interesting. You will find it out easily. Okay. So that's all what I want you to do from this poem. I hope you have liked the poem, and thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay tuned.